my shoe off, man. That big toe is killing me. Shit. We back, we back, we back. Yeah, I was gonna leave this topic alone, right? But as I thought more deeper into it, I said, nah, can't leave it alone. What's up, Frank? Might gotta put the pedal to the metal. Because this is a real problem, y'all. And I swear, y'all, I don't think it's getting enough attention. 2800, we is back. Hit that like button. It's not getting enough attention, y'all. We ain't heard no Joe Biden 94 crime bill speech. We ain't heard no J. Edgar Hoover speech. I mean, I need to hear one of them, yo, for me to feel safe again. I still don't feel safe. I don't know how y'all feel about it, but I still don't feel safe, man. My damn toe hurt, man. Fuck wearing these damn boots. Come on, YouTube, stop playing, man. It's a real topic. Come on now. YouTube probably sick of me. Yeah, he's sick of me. Come on now. Pick me the algorithm, man. We need a round table meet. It's time to have a round table meet, y'all. Everybody's invited. Straight up. Nobody's exempt. We need to talk about these white radicals, man. Yo, I'm happy to see though. I'm happy to see that it's a lot of white people co-signing, our movement. It's bad parenting, man. Starting to see it more and more in the comments on Fox News. They're going deeper and deeper into this parenting issue that's glaring right now. With all these radicalized youth. And it's crazy how this man 22 years old and they call him a youth. I watched the video on Fox News when they called him a kid. I'm like, oh shit, he a kid now. Dang. I didn't know that. I done seen 15-year-olds charged as adults. They don't really call them children. 17, 18, they don't call them kids no more. That shit crazy.
How many calls you did today?
3.
Same with me.
Great. How you feeling?
Huh?
I'm on live right now on YouTube. Well, yeah, I did 3 today. What time you came in?
11. It's just gonna be one of them fucking Mondays.
Yeah, sometimes it's like that. It was our last couple of days though. I picked up like later on in the day.
Yeah, Irvin has one of the new 2025s, and I got his truck until mine comes back.
Oh yeah, well, he said he was getting a new truck. Well, he said a new truck was coming down.
Yeah, me and Sean are supposed to get it.
Yeah.
If he doesn't stop beating the shit out of the white one. Dude, man. I was up in where was I? Monroeville. And I just took the car off, put the bed up, and it said reduce engine power. And I'm like, fuck.
What's wrong with it?
I don't know. But Urban drove it to Greenville today, and he's like, this truck is not, there's something wrong with it. What's up with that Jeep?
I don't know. I've been there for a couple of days. Maybe it's somebody's personal car. I don't know. Probably somebody gave it away or something. It was a big ass trail out here yesterday. AJ took. I'm like, how the fuck you gonna get that? You got it though. It's probably like 22 feet. He said he's gonna put on back his truck.
Did he?
He had to. That motherfucker ain't dead. Ain't dead. What's up? What's up? What's up? Hit that like button. High spot, what it is. That's what we gonna do, man. It's an issue going on, right? Let's go to oh, Candace Owens live. Hold on, we ready to tap into Candace Owens. See what she talking about.
Get $20 off 5 cans of Zyn when you take the Zyn challenge.
Hey, Dustin, why you say that, man? What you talking about?
Smoke free.
It's a real issue. Let's see what Candace Owens talking about. She ready to be live. She said they lying. She said they lying about Charlie Clark situation. I am afraid. I'm very. You ain't see how scared I was just now? I'm scared to death. I want to see what Candace Owens had to say though. Hit that like button. Yo, but seriously though, yo, we got a real issue, yo. And look, I want to hear one of these speeches. Like, we need a speech or something, yo. It's time for the president to speak up.
All right, you guys, we're going to jump right into this with no introduction. There's a lot that I would like to speak with you guys about. Can't wait to hear your feedback. A lot of lies that are being put out there, narratives that I would say are half-truths or just misrepresentations entirely. And I don't really see the reason for that. First and foremost, to let you know, last week was not a dream. Charlie Kirk, my friend, is dead. And he was publicly executed. I want to make that clear. Charlie Kirk was publicly executed before the world. And as we are all searching for answers, the ones that are being supplied to us are not making a lot of sense. And some people, I would say, are speaking too much or speaking on behalf of other people. I don't like it. I will say something that I think brought the world a lot of relief, also, sadness. We were grieving with her, was when his wife, Mrs. Erica Kirk, addressed not just the nation, but the entire world. Her words were very powerful. And we just have a very brief portion of her remarks, which you should pursue in their entirety. But here she is.
If you thought that my husband's mission was powerful before, you have no idea. You have no idea what you just have unleashed across this entire country.
White on white crime.
In this world, you have no idea. You have no idea the fire that you have ignited within this wife.
Yeah, all I'm saying, right? All I'm saying, yo, we listened to the Biden 94 crime bill speech. Listen to this speech right here. Listen to what J. Edgar Hoover said. When black radicalization was a thing, what they called it, black revolutionaries or black extremists. This is what J. Edgar Hoover said. I want to hear something like this. I want to hear this.
The Black Panthers are recruiting criminals and hoodlums and encouraging them to engage in a broad range of terrorist activities. They are the greatest threat to the internal security of this country. We want to make it clear to black youth that if they want to be revolutionaries, they will be dead revolutionaries.
I want to hear a speech like this, yo. I think it's overdue for us to hear one of them speeches. Am I tripping? Am I overreacting? Is it about time we get a speech like that? I think we need that type of speech, man. Yo, I'm overreacting. Yo, with all these mass shootings and and radicalized leftists and right groups on the rise, murdering people for things that they speak. Yo, you think I'm overreacting? Yo, that is crazy. Yo, that is crazy. Y'all think I'm overreacting, y'all. I don't think y'all reacting enough. I think we do a great job. Overall. I think overall we do a great job. But what happened with black people was they took the minority and made it the majority. So all I'm doing is taking the minority and making it the majority. You know, what's good for the goose is good for the gander. Why not keep it going? Why change things when it's different people? Why not we adopt the same policies? Why don't we carry it the same way when it's other groups of people? That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Yo, I'm not talking about yo. Look, I always gotta tell y'all this because I think people get this confused. Yo, I don't think Charlie Kirk deserved to die for what he speak. You know what I mean? I always gotta say that, you know, so people understand this is where I stand. I don't think he deserved to die. I know he spoke a lot of rhetoric, you know, a lot of falsehoods, but he didn't deserve to be killed. But what I'm saying is, as you know, just dealing with today we have a problem in America with radicalized white kids. What are we gonna do? What are we gonna do? Is we just gonna sit around and wait for it to happen again? Is we gonna start arresting parents? Is we gonna bring stiffer laws? That's all I'm saying. Because that's what they did when it was black kids. This is what they did when it was black kids. All I'm saying is, let's do it again. I don't think I'm wrong for that. And I think that if you really care about this country, you would understand. What about white on white violence? Because that's what the fuck we saying now, Z-Star. White on white violence on the rise. I don't know if you noticed it or not, but that's all I've been saying on my timeline lately. It didn't work, but it's not about it working. I mean, we're not talking about what works and what don't work. We talk about what need to be done. Yeah, y'all don't want real results. I just find it very ironic how things is different when it's not black people. When it was black people, it was go to jail, lock them up, send them to the chair. I mean, black parents don't take care of their kids. Now it's white parents under the fire and nobody says nothing. Nobody cares. Y'all want to attack me and I'm trying to provide solutions. All I'm saying is, yo, what we gonna do? We getting mass shooting at the mass shooting. We getting political violence, all perpetrated by white people. What are we gonna do? I need one of these speeches. I think Donald Trump can deliver this. I think Donald Trump can do a speech like this. And it'll hit home.
The Black Panthers are recruiting criminals and hoodlums and encouraging them to engage in a broad range of terrorist activities. They are the greatest threat to the internal security of this country. We want to make it clear to black youth that if they want to be revolutionaries, they will be dead revolutionaries.
Can we get one of these speeches? Can we get one? Donald Trump, J.D. Vance, somebody. I'm at work now, look. Yeah, my kids will never do no shit like this. Yo, but I don't even know how you say your name, but Dax, it was never a color issue. That's all I'm trying to get people to understand. It was never a color issue. But once upon a time in America, it was. You understand? It was. That's what they made it. They made it a color issue. They made it a parenting issue. They made it all type of issues. All I'm saying now is, what is the fucking difference? What's the difference? Why is this not a parenting issue? Yo, because I think on good faith, I think if my child was radicalized, I would know. And the radicalization of my child would not stretch further than my house. Nobody else would be affected. No school shootings, no mass shootings, no political shootings. I think that I would be able to get that under control. So why is it that other people can't? That's what I'm saying. They characterizing him as a kid. He was 22. Let's listen to Candace Owens though. I am from Baltimore.
Often speak about human rights. They speak about free speech, but they use violence to try to take down their enemies, whether it's President Trump, who's been almost assassinated twice, or they try to kill me here too. But they got Charlie Kirk, and it's just heartbreaking.
Who is they, BB? Who is they who got Charlie Kirk? We don't have to actually speak conspiracies. I'm just wondering, because you said a lot there, but it really sounded like it was about BB trying to establish a narrative that was reinforced by a lot of people, that, Charlie kind of made it almost sound like he died for Israel. I mean, Trump's account even tweeted out a photo of Charlie and an American flag and also an Israeli flag, a bit of AI used, like this is just who Charlie was. He says Judeo-Christian values. He spoke to him 2 weeks ago. Again, you would think he was busy fighting this 97,000 front war, but no, he's letting you know that he just randomly, picks up the phone and calls Charlie Kirk and invites him to Israel? Why would Bibi do that? It seems like maybe there's a little more to the story. No, there definitely is a little bit more to the story. First and foremost, that letter he is holding up, he is severely misrepresenting. Those sentences are real, but I am calling upon Bibi Netanyahu, the dear friend to Charlie Kirk, to publish the letter's entire contents. Like, don't start with just 2 sentences. Publish the entire thing. You're holding it. I'm saying you're severely misrepresenting the contents, that in May, Charlie was concerned about Israel and their influence on American politics and how they were pushing things that he felt were in conflict with his beliefs, free speech here in America. Bibi's holding it up like Charlie just in May said, hey, you know what? I just want to write a love letter to Israel. That's how it was presented. Would you guys agree? That's not how it happened. Now, regarding that phone call and that invite, that also needs to be contextualized. And I'm going to do that. But first, Skylar, can we bring in a clip of Charlie from a month ago speaking about the kind of pressure that he was under? Because I think that will also help to further contextualize this. Take a listen.
I'm an American citizen. Yes, I want Israel to win. Yes, I'm a Christian. But, some of the mess, and you've seen how I've been treated, Megan, by some, not all, by some.
No, it's very irritating.
It's
been so unfair. They were coming after you after Turning Point for, among other things, that you had Dave Smith there. Dave Smith isn't allowed to criticize Israel. You had both sides. The Israeli side was overrepresented.
No, you're not allowed to. It's even worse than that. Again, I just want to repeat for the 5th time. I love Israel. I want Israel to win. But my moral character is now being put into question, Megan. Not my decisions. Not like, hey, are you doing this? Is it smart or is it dumb? But no, I am a bad person if I do this. And I could go, you saw it, Megan. It was trending on Twitter, thousands of tweets and text messages. And if I were to be charitable and generous, I will say, the people that are attacking me are in a hyper-paranoid state because they're at war, and war tends to make things black and white, and you're a hammer looking for a nail. So I'm trying to be charitable, Megan. Literally, I'm trying to cut as much slack as I can, right? They go, okay, what would it be like if all of a sudden I'm starting to see a pattern of behavior similar to what my grandparents saw in 1930s Germany online? How would I behave? So that's like my charitable kind of overcompensation spirit. At the same time, I'm like, but it's not defensible to be dumb, right?
No, it's not defensible.
Yo, you can't take them people money and go, I'm telling y'all what happened. I told y'all what happened before I knew any of this. Yo, you can't take them people money and don't relay their message. Like, you got a script. Charlie Kirk had a script. And what it sounds like to me is he went off script. You can't go off script when they paying you, man. You can't go off script. That's how it always been. You can't go off script. He went off script. He was paid to push a message. See, but this is what happens with a lot of them guys, and I always tell y'all, man. A lot of them people get paid by these people. And what happens is the money turns them into something that they not. You feel me? So what happens is they pay you, like Ray J said it. They pay you to crash out. They pay you to crash out. And if it ever come a time when you don't want to crash no more, and you want to spit your, you want to say what you really feel and what you really think, yo, that's a violation. You're now an enemy. That fast. You've been an ally for however many years. The minute you jump ship or go too far either way, you're an enemy, man. Your life is in danger. You're an enemy and your life is in danger. That's how this country worked, though, y'all. Like, this is how it always been. It's not new. It's not new right here.
No, it's not defensible to be dumb, and he was under an increasing amount of pressure, not just people telling him, oh, well, you know, I'm upset with who you're inviting, but flat out telling him that he was not allowed to invite certain people to his events. They were threatening to pull out money. Charlie was getting a lot of really nasty text messages, and many of them pertaining to Tucker Carlson. And
like
Candace
I told
Owens.
y'all, he got a warning, y'all. You before they do things like this, for things like this happen, I don't want to say that, before things like this happen, you get warnings. Hey, you know, stay away from that topic. I mean, don't say that. You know, stay away from these people. Martin Luther King got a warning. Malcolm X got a warning. Fred Hampton got a warning. You get warnings, y'all, before, you know, it's always a calm before the storm, man.
Many of them pertaining to Tucker Carlson and Candace Owens, but Tucker Carlson was really the focus when it came to America Fest. How could Charlie allow these debates about Israel to take place? How could he allow Dave Smith, who, by the way, is Jewish, how could Charlie allow this other position to meet the stage? Because obviously when people start to hear the debates, what Dave Smith is saying sounds so rational, but it was up to Charlie to not allow those things to happen. And that amount of pressure towards the end, as you see that conversation he had with Meghan was just a month before he lost his life, really, I would say, reached a pinnacle of sorts on the matter of what Tucker Carlson actually said on that stage. Tucker Carlson, while he was on that stage at Turning Point, brought up Bill Ackman. Bill Ackman is a billionaire. Obviously, he is also an extremely litigious billionaire. And Bill Ackman was on Charlie about comments that Tucker Carlson had made on that stage. Tucker Carlson specifically asked the question, where does Bill Ackman's money come from? You know, who is this guy? Actually, who is this guy that has this much influence? And like I said, Bill Ackman was not happy about this. And so I would like to contextualize Bibi. Again, these are things Bibi brought up publicly, which he didn't have to. He didn't have to bring up the letter.
Candace Owens playing with fire. She been playing with fire for a minute now, because she went off script too. Candace Owens went off script as well, man. Yo, you can't go off script. I hope she be safe. I actually like Candace Owens. JB, what it do? I actually like Candace Owens. You know, I don't like when she speaks about the black community, because I don't think she has enough knowledge on what's going on to actually have an opinion, because she's not from these communities. But when she talk politics and all that other shit that she talk, man, Candace Owens be right on. But she walking a tight line, and she has been walking a tight line for a while. She gotta be careful.
Chose to do this less than 24 hours after Charlie Kirk was shot. Personally, Bibi, I would have appreciated if you guys used all of your spyware, you'd spying on us for years, to maybe track down the killer. But I guess this is where you thought it was best to do a little propaganda for Israel would be better than us helping us track down the killer. But anyway, so Bibi Netanyahu and that phone call, what took place was a couple of weeks ago before Charlie lost his life.
Hold on, y'all. None of y'all gonna look into what I'm saying. I already know her. Shit, hold on. Let me interrupt this call real quick. I got a call. Yeah, we gotta get back to this conversation. Cause like I said, y'all, I think it's an issue in this country, and it's going unaddressed. And I just want it to be addressed, you know. And I want it to be addressed the same way like they address any other issue with any other group of people. You know, I don't think this need to be taken lightly. Where you got snipers on the roof and shit. All this political violence. People being murdered off of what they speak. And we haven't seen the motherfucking law change yet. Where's the law change, man? We haven't seen the law change. I think it's called bad parenting.
A couple of weeks ago, before Charlie lost his life,
I am afraid.
Charlie was in the Hamptons, and he had more than one event, but he had essentially what was staged, an intervention was staged by Bill Ackman. Because Charlie's rational thoughts about Israel were a no-no. This is not the route that you should be going on.
It just amazes me why this is not a public safety risk. Like this need to be number one on Trump's agenda. Yo, Trump don't even want to talk about this shit no more. Did y'all see Trump's last interview? Let me show y'all what Trump said last time he got asked about Charlie Kirk. Check this out. Fucked my head up. I thought they was best friends. The way he treated it in the beginning. Listen to what Trump said the other day. Hold on. I know I saved it. I say that shit. They asked him about Charlie Kirk. Trump wanted to talk about golf. I say, yeah, you know, I just went golfing the other day. You know, check out the new golf course. I said, God damn. That boy moved fast. You feel me? They want to talk about that shit no more. God, I ain't need to save it, y'all. I ain't even fucking save it. God damn. I was sworn I did. Trump was absent from a memorial event in D.C. honoring Charlie Kirk. Instead, he spent the weekend playing golf in Jersey. Donald Trump changes the subject when asked about Charlie Kirk. Yeah, he started talking about playing golf, man. So what we gonna do? You know, I think, you know, since we all here, I think we need to come to some type of resolve for this uptick on radicalized children, radicalized white children. I think my kids are doing great. I just talked to my kids. They're in the house, probably doing homework or something, playing roadblock. My kids, see, you ain't gotta worry about my kids, motherfucking, being radicalized. It's not this time. It's not black people this time, y'all. Sorry to be the, you know, to drop this bad news on y'all, but these aren't black kids. They're not black kids. And if we're not gonna fix the parenting that's going on in some of these white households, because it's not all, it's just some. More than likely the influential ones. If we're not going to start penalizing these parents, then we need to come with stiffer laws. You know what I mean? I think we need to come with stiffer laws, man. I showed y'all what J. Edgar Hoover said about the Black Panthers. Like these white radical groups, yo, they way more vicious than the Black Panthers. They way more vicious. Black Panthers want picking people off from the roof and shit like that. Yeah, Trump don't care. That's how he tells some bullshit going on. See, that's crazy, yo. Y'all wild, y'all. See, I'm disappointed in the white community, y'all. Look, I'm gonna be the voice of the black community, and I'm telling y'all, I'm disappointed in y'all. I am. Us as black people are disappointed in white people right now. Who would ever thought that they would come? Where we are disappointed because y'all not, look, OG, everybody disappointed. Who disappointed in the white community right now? Because y'all don't wanna get victim. I'm not being a victim. I'm trying to provide solutions. Y'all don't want to get nothing done. What are we gonna do about these kids, man? Should we start arresting parents? Yo, should we start arresting parents when their kids get radicalized? No. We not doing left or right. We putting everybody in a box, just like they did, just like they always do. Like, this is not time to separate people. No, we ain't doing separation right now. We putting everybody in a box. You know, like they did with black youth when they was out of control, when crack was running the street. They put everybody in a box and they sent them to jail. I think we need to do this now. It's the only way, y'all. If not, yo, if we don't get this under control, yo, we gonna be living in a world where radicalization is I don't even know, y'all. It's gonna be the worst we ever seen, and it can't be rehabilitated. So I don't think we need to do, you know, a 3-step program. I think they need jail. I think they need jail, yo. We can't. Yo, some of these kids are beyond the pale. That's what Joe Biden said. Some of these kids are beyond the pale, y'all. And only way we can feel safe. Oh shit. Only way we can feel safe is if we send their ass to jail, yo. It's the only way. There's no other way, y'all. I've been thinking about it for a while. I've been trying to figure out different solutions. And all I can think about is jail, man. I'm talking about jailing the parents. We need to start jailing the parents. Because obviously if your child is radicalized and you couldn't see it, then that's a parenting issue. That means you're not a good parent. I know, now we're talking about white folks. I think it's time. I think it's time it's time to divert some energy, some resources, some prisons. You know what I mean? Some courthouses to this issue of white on white crime. See, y'all crazy, y'all. I'm disappointed. I'm just telling y'all. Black people disappointed. I thought we backed the blue in this country. You know, I thought we promoted jail as a means to an end. You know what I mean? Now we don't want to do it now. That's crazy. That's crazy, y'all. Man, hit that like button, man. Y'all wild for that. I'm just letting y'all know. I'm just letting y'all know that y'all wild for that. For real. Now don't nobody want to get nothing done. That's crazy. So we just gonna sit around. Wait, all right. So when the next one come, don't say I ain't tell you so. When the next mass shooting come, I'm at work. You see what I'm ready to do? I'm ready on my way to a job right now. When the next mass shooting come, don't say KPG News didn't try to warn us. See, yo, people ain't gonna be satisfied till it hit closer to home. No, it's not. Not this time. Not this time, Loafer. Nope. We ain't doing this. We gonna put the blame on who it deserves to be on. We is not blaming black people for this. This is not a black issue. We don't have this problem. Now we got our own problems, but we've been trying to fix our own problems for years. The government. I think it's time for the government to step in. Flag the account. Y'all crazy, man. I'm disappointed, y'all. I already put up a poll question. Yeah, who is disappointed? Who else is disappointed by the lack of accountability and lack of accountability on. Alright, y'all. I'm just gonna put the lack of accountability. Who else is disappointed? Cause I am. I'm very disappointed in y'all. I thought y'all would be on board with this. Y'all was on board with the mass incarceration. Now y'all ain't on board no more. That's fucking crazy. Hold on, y'all. We gonna listen to Candace Owens on the ride. I got about 30 minutes. Yo, Erlen, what am I saying wrong? Hold on. Yo, can y'all tell me what I'm saying wrong, please? And stop just spewing hate. What the fuck? Can y'all tell me what I said wrong and stop just spewing hate? I'm not spewing hate.
Hello.
Yo, what the fuck is wrong with my phone? That ain't my phone. That's his phone. Wait a minute. This phone keep connected to my truck and shit.
Hello.
But we ready to listen back to Candace Owens. Yo, what the fuck? Let's listen back to Candace Owens. I don't think I'm spewing hate though, y'all, for real. I just think this is an uncomfortable conversation for some people. You know, people don't want to take accountability. It's an issue right now, y'all. Like, why am I the only one that's acknowledging it? It's a goddamn shame, y'all. I can acknowledge the issues in the black community. I know there's some issues. You know, I'm not gonna disagree with that. You know, you can't tell me the issues. But right now, what I'm telling y'all is, since y'all been telling us our issues for the last 40 years, I'm telling y'all, we have a parenting problem in the white community. Because y'all kids is being radicalized at high rates and nobody is doing nothing. There's no plan to stop it or nothing. There's no plan.
Parents, did you know lawsuits are being filed against the video game Roblox for allowing predators to contact kids online? The heartbreaking truth is that many families never take action because they think hiring a lawyer will cost them thousands.
It's like we just gonna accept it. We just gonna accept it.
There will be nothing that can stop me. Okay? And I want you guys to say this is not a threat, this is a promise. There will be nothing that can stop me. I will release every single text message. But those of you who are trying
Candace Owens may be in trouble.
messages
right now. Like right now, don't do it, okay? Don't you think about it. I know exactly we're trying.
Jeffrey Martin above the clouds that he was doing advanced mathematic equations on the back of napkins, but if you actually go into some of the videos of people that met with Epstein at the time, they said he was awfully unimpressive when it came to finance and markets and economics. And it's nothing new that if you're in the intel agencies, you want to try and get as much blackmail on powerful people as possible. Easy, not hard. And this is no longer just speculation. First of all, the evidence that shows that Epstein was a creation of either Mossad, Israeli intelligence, American intelligence, Saudi intelligence, or maybe he was just a...
Yeah, he went off script, y'all. He went off script. Them people felt like they got backdoored. We created you, we financed you, and you turn around and do this? Oh yeah, that was a violation, y'all. That was a violation. Let's go back, see when it started.
About when you take money and big checks are be no narrative. He's the victim. It's absurd. It's just absurd. The Holocaust happened. You heard him. We're sick of this shit. We really are. And there will be no narrative that I will not prod when it comes to figuring out why people are lying about the state that Charlie was in when it came to the topic of Israel. Again, you can examine Charlie in his own words. He was starting to talk about topics that you're not really allowed to talk about when you take money.
What I say?
Big checks are being...
What I say, yo? See, y'all think I be joking. I don't be joking. I mean, I might do it in a joking way, but y'all know, for the people that follow my channel, you know, new people don't get it. But for the people that follow my channel, y'all know everything I say. I really mean. Like, I ain't playing. I might be joking, but I ain't playing. I've been saying this shit for days. Yo, when you take them people money, you gotta play by them people rules. Completely. You can't go off script. That's why sometimes they're not even take their money, yo. But the problem is everybody want to take the shortcut. No, taking their money is the shortcut, because they'll build you up and put you into prominence. I mean, when you take them people money, you responsible. And they're responsible. So when you go off script, yo, something got, you know what I mean? Ain't no telling what's going to happen.
And that pressure was increasing every single day. In fact, he was telling the truth even about Jeffrey Epstein. Take a listen.
Yeah, I really don't be joking, y'all.
Just a second as we...
That Epstein, with his little friend Ghislaine, and Ghislaine's father, Robert Maxwell, who was obviously a spy of the Israeli intelligence agencies, that there was something else going on here. Epstein was not some sort of whiz-kid hedge fund manager. Epstein was playing a part. Epstein was a lipper. Epstein was cast for a specific role, and he played it really well. The sweatpants and the Harvard jacket, the kind of disheveled hair, looking as if he was so smart and above the clouds that he was doing advanced mathematic equations on the back of napkins. But if you actually go into some of the videos of people that met with Epstein at the time, they said he was awfully unimpressive when it came to finance and markets and economics. And it's nothing new that if you're in the intel agencies, you want to try and get as much blackmail on powerful people as possible. Easy, not hard. And this is no longer just speculation. First of all, the evidence that shows that Epstein was a creation of either Mossad, Israeli intelligence, American intelligence, Saudi intelligence, or maybe he was just a hired gun. Maybe he was just the guy that countries would go to and park a couple $100 million and say, hey, can you get one of the members of the royal family with a 13-year-old so we can get them to do what we want to do. Members of Congress are actively being black.
Prize, the rapper from the Fugees, he ready to get life in prison for that same shit. Not like no children shit, but just working on behalf of foreign agents. Working on behalf, I think it's China or something. He facing life in prison for that shit, man.
The Epstein playbook is being used on a daily basis. Jeffrey Epstein was not a financier. He was not a hedge fund manager. Jeffrey Epstein was a key player in a multi-decade blackmail operation against the most powerful people on the planet.
Damn.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know. It seems to conflict with Bibi's narrative a little bit, yeah? Just a tiny bit. I do want to say this. It's important because I am angry. I will obviously, I pray to move on from this phase, but it's a fire in my belly right now. To those of you who think that you are going to replace Charlie Kirk, okay? Kings are born. You don't just get to depose and tell us that we're going to follow this individual, okay? I'm one of the Masons of Turning Point USA. You put a shill in Charlie Kirk's chair, in Charlie Kirk's company, and you try to tell us to follow that individual, I will be an enemy of you. There will be nothing that can stop me, okay? And I want you guys to understand, this is not a threat, this is a promise. There will be nothing that can stop me. I will release every single text message. So to those of you who are trying that, I'm seeing the messages, I am telling you to back off right now. Like right now, don't do it, okay? Don't you think about it. I know exactly who you are. I know exactly who you were that were exerting pressure. Don't you pretend to be noble now and say nice things about Charlie Kirk and think you're going to slide into his chair, okay? Over my dead body, which I'm sure can be arranged. Now, I'm going to take a pause. We'll go to some sponsors, and then we're going to get into what we are being told by the agencies. There are definitely some holes, maybe more is coming out. First, this is fantastic that Preborn is doing this. Every heartbeat tells a story, and at which that real world developers / Candace.
And I'm a member of... Man, Candace Owens gotta be careful, man. I don't blame her though. Shit, that's bad. Fuck it. Man, y'all know how I am. That shit, it's gotta be comfortable.
Is in trouble, your whole body feels it. Most probiotics do not work. 99% of the traditional and brain health supplements with Just Thrive. Again, that
bastard who shot Charlie. So we saw a video of a person jumping off the roof. It looked very legitimate to me. However, there was no rifle in his hand. Now, the Mauser does not break down very easily, incidentally, for those of you who know weapons. Something's wrong with the whole thing. They're trying to claim he removed the barrel from the Mauser and fit the receiver and stock in his backpack and barrel in his pants leg all in 2 seconds. It is not easy to remove a Mauser barrel or index it after reinstalling and remain accurate. We are not hearing or seeing reality.
Yo, my issue
and
was,
by the
right?
way,
let me tell you my issue is with the video that they released. Yo, why we don't see him getting up there? Like, where's the whole video? Why didn't they release the video of him climbing up that motherfucking building? We just see a video of him on top of the building already. That's a little suspect, man. If they got the video of him climbing down, they should have the video of him climbing up. But for some reason, that video wasn't released. It's a little strange to me. Let's continue.
Photo of the rifle allegedly left in the woods has the barrel installed. So we're supposed to believe a guy is on the run after killing Charlie Kirk, and he pauses in the woods to reinstall a barrel, and then he leaves it for us to find, the FBI to find. I don't believe a word of it. I shouldn't do this. I know I'm putting myself at risk, but I can't take it anymore. I can't take the bullshit from this fucking government. It's lying to us. Something's wrong. Something's so wrong. It's sickening.
Sickening is definitely the right adjective, I think, to describe how a lot of us are feeling. And all I know how to do is to gather information, to research, and to investigate. And nothing is making sense. Now, it could not be making sense because we've not arrived at the conclusion. The FBI, I will say, has recently come out and said they're looking for another person. Good, because what we have so far obviously cannot be it. I feel, I was insisting that everybody read that book, Chaos, about the Charles Manson murders. And what we learn from that book is that if the government does want to hide something, what they do is they give you so much information that you don't even know what's real. So many different possible ways that things could have gone down, so many different manners, so many people speaking, so many publications publishing. And it's just meant to be chaotic, to drive you crazy and to just go, okay, I'm just going to accept whenever the authority says something and not prod any further. We can't allow that to happen here. I won't allow that to happen here because something terrible has traumatized the world, okay? And I feel as though when it comes to this, the media, the government, the talking heads, everyone is confusing us about what actually took place with Charlie Kirk, this event, how it got set up. I even would like to know who picked the venue, okay? Here is what we know thus far, and I will tell you who the exact source is and what video they presented. So, the first bit of proof regarding that day happened at 8:07 a.m. According to TMZ, they have footage, and we're going to show you it, which shows a man at 8:07 a.m., so hours before the shooting, wearing a maroon t-shirt and light shorts, as you were seeing on your screen right now, hands in his pockets, that is just walking outside of university grounds, okay? Now, Governor Cox tells us that at 8:29, which is an interesting timeline, Governor Cox tells us that is when the shooter, Tyler Robinson, arrived at UVU campus in a plain maroon t-shirt, light-colored shorts, and a black hat with a white logo. So essentially, he's saying that that person we saw walking down the street right there arrived on campus at 8:29. I'm going to allow you to hear Governor Cox say that himself. Take a listen.
Investigators reviewed additional video footage from UVU surveillance and identified Robinson arriving on UVU campus in a gray Dodge Challenger at approximately 8:29 a.m. on September 10th, in which he is observed on video in a plain maroon t-shirt, light-colored shorts, a black hat with a white logo, and light-colored shoes.
So what's interesting, already confusing to me, is that TMZ shows him already walking. We're supposed to believe he walked, parked his car, and then walked onto campus. They're saying that after that video that you just saw of him walking, he got into his car and then drove to campus, and then at 8:29 p.m. on campus is when he arrived. Already confusing, but let's just keep going. We don't need to poke holes. Let's just keep going with the narrative. Then we're back to TMZ, and they released that at 11:49 a.m. they have footage of the shooter, who has now changed his outfit. We're supposed to gather that, again, on a doorbell cam, and he's in a different outfit. So this is 11:49 a.m. Charlie Kirk has not yet been shot. Take a look at this. Okay, and for those of you that are listening to this on audio, you are going to see someone who appears to be limping, okay? So maybe he changed his outfit at some point and now he's limping, and the idea that we're seeing floated is that he's limping because he's holding the gun in his pants, okay? That's kind of what's been floated, okay? That has not particularly come from the feds. I don't believe so, but he's limping now and he's got on a different outfit. Okay. 11:52 a.m., and we were actually going to check this way, but I think that we had the FBI say that was when he arrived on campus. Maybe that's not accurate. So let me just skip off of that, because Skylar, we should actually look to research that. But at 12:23 p.m. is when Charlie Kirk is shot, okay? And 12:23 p.m. is when in that same minute is when we have footage that shows us that as the crowd ducks, and it's blurry, the shooter runs across the rooftop. I'm going to tell you why that's significant. So 12:23, Charlie Kirk is shot, and we are going to have an angle of that and the image of the person in black rather, that is running across the rooftop. Take a look at this. They're down, clearly. And right away, look at that, okay? And we have another, the footage shows us, there's another actually clip that I was looking for, Skylar, there, that it actually shows him running across the rooftop. You guys may have seen it. The reason why that footage is problematic, as you start to see them ducking and then you see the shooter immediately start moving across the rooftop, is that their narrative is that he disassembled the gun and then started running. So that's a bit confusing to us of how he was able to do that so quickly. An unbelievable amount of hunters, guns, people that reached out to me and said, that just didn't happen. They have, exactly as Michael said, that did not happen. There is no way that happened. That cannot be accurate. Then, and this is obviously the craziest part of everything, we have Decoy Boy, right? So it happens and suddenly this guy, George Zinn, gets arrested. He's making noise. He's signaling that he's somehow shot the guy. And at 12:52, it gets announced that the suspect is in custody. So nobody needs to look around anymore because the suspect is in custody. But actually, I guess George Zinn just does that. He just does that, I guess. Like, just wants people to think he's done something, but he hasn't actually done anything. That, again, to me, feels like he's a decoy. Like more people are involved in this, and I will say that. We don't know, but we know that something's wrong with this. Then,
when something like this happens, there's always more people involved, man. it ain't never what it seems. If we going by history, it ain't never what it seems. It's always somebody behind closed doors. FBI, CIA, Central Intelligence. What is CIA? Whoever. Special Forces. There's always somebody else involved. Always.
It's 12:29 p.m. We have TMZ showing us that there's a person running through the backyard. They are saying this appears to be the suspect running. Okay, now we're going to show you that clip. It is very grainy. So they're alleging that that's him. We couldn't confirm that, and the feds have not confirmed that. But it does show you that someone's running across the back. Again, that's at 12:29 p.m. I don't know. We don't know. I'll give you some other facts that you should probably know just in general that has been thus far confirmed. The weapon, they say, was found in the woods and it was wrapped by a dark towel. Okay, now.
You reported me for what, y'all? That's crazy. Reported me for what? Because I'm saying white radicalization is a problem in this country. Like, yo, that's sad, y'all. I ain't joking. I really am disappointed in y'all, man. I really am disappointed in y'all. Now don't nobody want to fix nothing. For years, black on black crime. We need to do something about black on black crime. Meanwhile, y'all don't even live in black communities. But now, you got white radicalization is running rampant, and you reported me. Get the fuck out of here. Y'all need to be... Yo, for the people that think y'all are despicable. Y'all are what's wrong with this country, man. For real. For the people that don't understand what I'm saying, and understand what I'm saying is true and factual, yo, you are a problem in this country. For real. You're a problem. You are the issue. Because you can't look at both situations and come to the same conclusion. You look at one situation and want a different outcome than another situation. But they both the same. They both a problem. Why handle one problem different than the other? Y'all got issues, man. This country ain't never gonna get right. This country ain't never gonna get right as long as y'all sit over here and make excuses like something ain't wrong. We had a 16-year-old went to a school, shot 2 kids, radicalized. You got the kid that went into the black church and killed all them people, radicalized. You got this person, radicalized. What the fuck is wrong with y'all, man? Y'all don't want to do nothing about it, though. Y'all don't want to do nothing about it. The letter would have been black kids, though. I just want to show y'all that y'all hypocrites. That's it and that's all. Not everybody. Cause like I said, I've seen people that's not black in the comments saying, "Yo, this is a parenting issue." So it ain't everybody, but it's enough people to make it an issue. Y'all not gonna admit that it's a parenting issue, at least in part. When black kids, when black mothers was losing their kids to the streets, it was a parenting issue. Black fathers not taking care of their kids. It was a parenting issue. But that wasn't the only issue, but that's what was highlighted. All I'm doing is highlighting it on y'all end. And y'all don't like that though. Now get the fuck out of here. Y'all need to be ashamed of yourself, man. Y'all the problem, man. Y'all the fucking problem in this country. And this is why we ain't never gonna get shit right. Because y'all can't accept the truth when it's not beneficial to your beliefs. Yo, the truth don't have no color, man. The truth is colorblind. Truth is colorblind. And it's only one truth. Everybody don't have their own individual truth. The truth is, in 2025, in this country, we have a major problem with white radical children. And I'm talking about all the way up to 25, they still kids. But the other problem is, when it was the black community, laws got changed. Speeches get made. People got targeted. What I'm saying to y'all is, what's different? What's different? What are we gonna do? We just gonna sit around and just keep allowing it. It's gonna keep allowing it. We ain't gonna come down on parents. We ain't gonna do nothing that we did before. You know, history repeats itself. Everything done in the past, done in the future. But what the fuck we gonna do? Nothing. It's cool though. Motherfuckers ain't gonna be satisfied till it's one of y'all friends or family members, next door neighbors, kids. Then y'all gonna acknowledge it's a fucking problem. But that's how it always goes. That's how it always goes. If y'all would have acknowledged that it was a problem when they killed Malcolm X, we wouldn't be here today. We wouldn't be here today. This wouldn't even be a fucking conversation. But since y'all refused to acknowledge that it was an issue when it was happening in the black community, now it's happening in y'all community, and y'all still refusing to acknowledge it. But y'all didn't refuse to acknowledge it when it was happening to black people. Matter of fact, I got that wrong. When it was happening to black people, y'all was happy to acknowledge it. Black on black crime. Something gotta be done. Now you got kids being radicalized off the internet. And y'all don't think that's bad parenting? I do. I think that's neglect. I think CPS need to get involved. That's what I think. That's what I think. What's up, Charlene? And anybody real, whether you white or black, can admit it. It's just the fucking clowns and the ones that want to be buffoons that want to sit over here and talk stupid like I'm saying something wrong. I ain't saying nothing wrong. Y'all just don't like when the light shine back in y'all face. That's the only thing I'm saying wrong. I'm shining the light. Putting the mirror right back at you. That's it. That's all. Nothing more, nothing less. I'm not making fun of this man death or none of that. I don't think nobody should have been murdered for the things that they speak, for what they believe in. Rather it's right or wrong. But this is a history. This has been going on. We ain't gonna sit around and act like this was the first time this happened. This shit been going on since the 60s. Probably before that. But ain't nobody say nothing though. Unbelievable. Unfucking believable. Appreciate it, Kenneth. Appreciate it, P-Paul. Thank you, y'all. That's all I'm saying. Anybody real can admit it. It's the biggest. It's the people that's the problem in this country that can't admit that something ain't right. Some is a disconnect somewhere. They want to make it. They want to call me. No, I ain't about being racist. I'm being real. It been a narrative, a false narrative, placed on the black community for fucking 40 years. And y'all repeated it. Y'all promoted it. Now, you got this going on with these radicalized white kids, and don't nobody want to do nothing about it. Man, get the fuck out of here, man. Get the fuck out of here. I'm in the wrong lane. That shit crazy. And the reason why we gotta do this is because it's overdue. False narrative has been placed on the black community for 40 years, man. And it's sad that we gotta use this situation to highlight another problem that for at least 20 years or longer been flying under the radar, going unnoticed, and it's just as big as an issue. It's just as big as an issue. Don't nobody want to say nothing though. Don't nobody want to do nothing. Shit crazy. If I'm ready to pull up to this toe, man. We going live again tonight. We gonna continue this conversation because we ain't done. We might do this conversation for the whole month of fucking September. Because we need people to understand what the fuck going on and why. And what needs to be done to fix it. Or we just gonna sit around and wait for the next school shooter. Cause I'm telling you this. You don't see this with black kids. Not at these rates. You don't see it. Look, Miles, yo, what's up, kid? Look, I'm sad 'cause I'm telling the truth. That's crazy, man. Unbelievable. I'm disappointed in y'all, man. Make sure y'all let all y'all family and friends know that the black community is disappointed in us. We disappointed. Y'all not taking accountability. Y'all don't want to fix the issues, but y'all want to be so vocal on what's going on with the black community. Y'all vocal as a motherfucker about that though, but y'all don't want to talk about this. I'm out, man.